bunch of kids playing. This is the coolest part. Our kids come down here and play all the time, all the time.
A lot of you have been asking about Punta Cana Village. I've talked about it. To me, it is the premier family spot in Punta Cana, and I'm going to show you it on a brief tour today. I'm going to start in the car, and we'll switch over to a friend's golf cart so I can take you to the residential side. But let's enter. All right, so we're coming into the village right here, and it's a freaking mess through this traffic circle, but we'll get in here. Everybody sees Wendy's when they first land at the airport. So this is literally across the street from the airport, Wendy's. And that area we'll walk through is called the Galleria. In front of us, the Scotiabank. There's a bunch of stuff. Over on the right is 4 Points Hotel. Let me just kind of show you this area as we go through it. Banreservas is here. Banco Santa Cruz is there. Banco Popular is on the right. This is all owned by Grupo Punta Cana, which is right over there. That's one of their offices. So let's pull over here so I can show you a couple of things. Over here is Banco Lopez and Punta Cana Doctors. So that's a private clinic that we use. It's like a small hospital, I guess you could say. They got everything in there that you need. And over here on the right, just pull over behind this bike for a second. I'll put on my blinkers and be one of those folks here that just sort of like pull over. Over here on the right, you've got, that is a furniture store up top. On the back side, you can see right, I'll zoom in on this. Right there is a Village barber shop. This is all in this building. And then we can see it on the top floor here, I believe, is a like Taekwondo or Tai Chi studio. And then right here in front of us is a pharmacy where you can get your meds, and it's like kind of like a Rite Aid. They got a bunch of stuff in there that you can buy, like toothbrushes, toothpaste, whatever you would buy from a pharmacy in the States. They're right there. Pharmacana is the name of it. Again, I'll zoom in and show you that. That's all in the middle of the village. There's an east side to the village. That's over here. And there's a west side to the village. Two residential sides. Let me do my favorite. Two residential sides. And I'll show you those as we go by them. And then I'll take you into both sides. East side over here, fully developed. Everything is done. The west side over on this side over here is all new construction being built. So east side's a bit legacy. West side is like newer, more modern. For instance, west side has buried power lines. East side doesn't, just to give you a sense. West side lots are a little bigger. Houses are more modern looking. You'll see east side is a little bit more, I don't know, it's beautiful, but it's a little bit more mature. I guess that's the right word. So I'm going to move here once this truck goes by me. I'm going to move and get out of everybody's way, and I'll show you a little bit more of the village as we go through. So this truck right here, as they go by, whoa, that one. Looking at my mirror, I think I'm good to go right now. So I'm going to go, and I'll show you a little bit more. Of course, this truck's going to stop here. So again, more businesses over here. There's a Referencia lab right there. That's for blood work. On this side is Universal, which is an insurance company. And then you've got right here, I'm going to go slow through here. This is the West Village entrance here. That'll take you over to Nacional and some other stuff. This is the East Village entrance here. So directly across from each other. And if you're in the village, you're part of the village, you get access to both sides with the same key card, essentially. So now we're going to go up to the back entrance for the East Village. You'll see the West Village back entrance as I record this. What is it? April 2024. Which, by the way, look at that temperature right in the middle there. It is hot today, 91 degrees. That's what it says it is. It feels hotter than that outside. But the West Village entrance is still being built. This is being built. Ikigai School, I've talked about that, is right back here, right on the outside of the security gates at the village. We're going to go around this traffic circle. And you'll see on the right here, this is the future second entrance for the West Village. You keep going that way, it'll take you pretty much to Cap Cana, about 10 minutes. And then this is the East Village entrance, the second entrance. And this is where I'm going to go grab a golf cart. And I'll show you around the residential side. But everything you want is in the middle where I just showed you. Let's turn it around for a second. All right, I'm going to go through security here and hopefully it works. Let's see, why is it not working? There we go. The East Village will show you residential, but that road in the middle there, I mean, think about it. You're a barber shop, you're doing like some sort of lessons, Tai Chi or whatever the heck it is. Hospital, doctor's appointments, you got to get blood work done. There's a bunch, that Punta Cana Doctors has everything in it, like almost everything in it. It's crazy how much they have, but that's all like in that middle road. And then at the very front where you saw Wendy's is La Galleria, and La Galleria has gotta turn around to go to my friend's house. The Galleria has restaurants and all that. I have a date night tonight, but I probably will do it. I might look different, but I'll probably film. I think we're gonna go there. I'll probably film that area for you tonight. Maybe you'll meet my wife, maybe. And we'll do it that way. But I'm gonna stop here. I'm gonna grab a golf cart. And I'll show you around the residential part. But my point with Punta Cana Village, again, very family focused. I'm going to show you some really cool family amenities on the east side of the village, and I might be able to show you on the west side. I've got to be mindful of getting them their golf cart back before they have to pick their kids up from school. But I'll show you all the family amenities. But like I said, you don't really have to go too far in the village. And if I have time after, I'll take you through the West Village in my car over, and you can do it on a golf cart too, but over to Nacional and Blue Mall. So you can see like right outside the West Village, the access you have to even that grocery shopping, stores, more restaurants. I mean, this, you know, it is a bubble within a bubble. People call Punta Cana a bubble. I get why. Punta Cana Village and the whole Grupo Punta Cana complex, Nacional, Blue Mall, the village, is its own bubble. So here's the warning for you. You want to live here, you're going to spend $700,000 plus for a house, $350,000 plus for a condo, let's say. You're going to rent a house, $4,000 plus a month. Plus, like ours is $4,000 a month, which we thought was ridiculous until we started looking around, and everything else is like $45,000, $5,000, and that's furnished, but still $4,000 a month. It's a lot of money. But that's the entry fee for the village. And it's like, dude, why don't you just move to something cheaper? And trust me, we want to. Once you get in the village though, man, it's so convenient. It's so nice. The neighbors are incredible. It's so family centric. It's like, I'd rather cut back in other areas than the cost of housing and electric and all of that. And that's what we've decided to do. I'd actually rather go out and grind and earn more to some extent just to stay in the village. Like that's the problem with starting in the village. So if you're coming down here and you want to move, I'd say go check out Ciudad La Palma. Beautiful. It's on the other side of the traffic circle in Punta Cana, going past Nacional, past Blue Mall. It's not far. It's only like 5-6 minutes from here. Way less expensive. Not as nice. Nice, but not as nice. You could see a big difference going in, but it's way less expensive, and it still has a really great security system, and it's very family centric. So I'd look there. Cocotal is nice. It's further north. It's cheaper. It's more aligned with here, but it's still cheaper. If you want to get down to Cap Cana, you can go to Ciudad Las Canas. That community is the most like the village so far. But again, it's far away from everything. But it is a little bit cheaper than the village right now. So let me show you around on a golf cart. All right. Hopefully the loudness of the cart doesn't overwhelm my audio here, but I'm going to take you around, show you. So that's the entrance to the East Village on the second side. And we're rolling through right now. I'm going to show you. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you. All right. So here we go. We're going through the village. Hold on. These are just some of the houses. Yeah, we're headed through the East Village. Let me check the audio first. I had to check my audio because this thing is loud. I think you can hear me though, but I'll just show you. So there's some construction happening over there. Back there is a beautiful home, a bunch of beautiful homes here. And we're going toward the airport. So the airport is directly that way. I'll show you on the other side of this intersection here. Actually, you know what I'm going to do first? I'll take you down this road. This is Amapola, over these speed bumps. And I'll show you a couple things. So first, right here, this is a playground. And I'll show you another angle on this. A bunch of speed bumps on this road. I'll show you another angle on this, but this is a playground. Full playground. They do a lot of events here, like Easter and Halloween and everything else. And on the back side of it is a soccer field and a baseball field. Jeez. Speed bumps, man. Soccer field and a baseball field. And see the soccer field over there. As we get up this way, you can see some of the houses. Let me zoom out a bit. Oh, there we go. You can see some of the houses. These are beautiful homes. These are going to be $800,000, $1 million, that kind of range, because it's so close to all the amenities. It's really incredible. Over on this side, you'll see this is the Punta Cana sports club inside of Punta Cana Village. So this is where you've got, I'll show you a few things in here. So there's Punta Cana Club. So in here, you've got this container building or whatever. Bottom floor is a CrossFit gym. It's expensive. It's like $250 a person a month. No BS. That pool over there, they do swim lessons, swim competitions. This is where the soccer teams play for the Punta Cana Football Club. All the different age groups or whatever, they play here. There's a playground right behind that green building. If you can see it, let me see if I can zoom in a bit here. So you can see back there is a playground. So like when my big guy's playing, my little guy will go play on the playground with some of the other kids that are here. And then this place is like a little store. There's like snacks and candy. Like every Friday, my kids remind us that, you know, it's Friday and they get 100 pesos to go buy a piece of candy in there. I hate it, but somehow we've agreed to it. So it is what it is. There's me. And that's it. So this is the Punta Cana Club. This is like if your kids are here, they can sign up for soccer. Oh, I forgot to show you. Over there are tennis courts. You can see that like that white line. Right there, that's the net. One of the nets. There's two big tennis courts there. Adult and kids tennis can be played there. There's a little parking lot over here, and I'll show you more. Let's keep rolling. So yeah, so self-contained to some extent. People are worried about security. Is it secure? Is it safe? I mean, every neighborhood here, whether it's Vista Cana, Cocotal, Punta Cana Village, Cap Cana, they all have amenities within. I don't know that Cap Cana has a great like kid setup like this. Cocotal does. Vista Cana's building it. And I can't think of others right now, but I'm sure there are others that have that. But from a family perspective, I don't know a better place in the village. It's just that it's expensive. It's pricey. Oh, Sierra La Palma is building something like this. Bear with me over the speed bumps, and I'll show you up that way, going toward the school. But let me flip the camera around so you guys can see what's what here. So this is coming out of that facility. You see the soccer field I showed you earlier. PCIS, I think, uses these fields for their school stuff. There's kids out there playing right now. They look like they're in uniform, so I guess that's PCIS. And I'll show you that playground again, but from the other side, you can see it a little bit more clearly. I'll show you here. Let's just kind of roll through here. And then we'll come back and look at some of the neighborhood side of this. So there's a bunch of roads, this house, a bunch of roads that go that way that are residential. The speed bumps in my car, I don't feel them, but here I do. We're going to turn here. You can see the playground. Sorry, Caleb, for the wear I'm putting on your golf cart here, but here's the playground. And then over here is a baseball field, both for kids, but also there's men's league softball, men's league baseball that plays here till like 11 at night, late. You can see the soccer fields across the way and all of that. And then you've got all of these side roads here are residential. So get the speed bump, slow down. So here's a side street. Goes down that way. It's a side street up here. These all go back toward the entrance of the village. So side street, you can see a lot of people have golf carts. We don't, but a lot of people do. We might get one next year. We'll see. It is nice within the village just to tool around and get where you got to get to. You can take this all the way over to Nacional, go grocery shopping. It's all really self-contained. So that's another side road. See some of the houses. Again, these houses are going to run, I'll just say 600 plus over here. The ones you saw back there are bigger, so they're going to run closer to the 800 or a million. All right, I'm going to take a right up here. So you can go left or right. If I go right, it's going to take us by the school, by PCIS. And there's also a Catholic church over here. There's some apartments, townhouses. There's PCIS over here. This is their campus. I'm not going to get too into it because there's a bunch of kids outside, but you can see the campus kind of goes back that way, goes all the way over there. So I'm going to turn around by this church, but you'll see a little bit of it as I roll by. That's the main office, and then there's different like buildings. They're playing soccer on the basketball court right here. This is a Catholic church, packed on Sundays. Faith is still a thing here, so packed on Sundays. And then these little houses, I believe, are Grupo Punta Cana employee houses. These are right toward the front of the village. If you exit out this entrance, literally the airport's directly across. If I go straight, that's the airport. You can go out and be at the airport in about 3 minutes. 3 minutes, very, very close. So I'm going to spin around here. Well, actually, I'll go this way. So you see these little houses at the front of the village. Here's Politor. So police, national police, that's specifically for like tourists and expats. These are the little houses that Grupo Punta Cana employees get. I think they're paid for. I could be wrong. Then we'll roll through. We'll go back to my car, and I'll take you over to the West Village. Might be a little quieter in the car than doing it on this thing, but you get the idea. So I'm going to go over a block here and show you where the entrance is to the Galleria. And then I'll take you there tonight when I take my bride out for dinner. Some houses over here. Let me zoom out. Nope, I closed to the wrong one. There we go. Beautiful homes. Very nice. A lot of people would say it feels like Miami, and the village really does. In front of me, if you can see it, I'll zoom back in. There's a wall. That's the wall, the gate, if you will, for the community. And then, let's go this way. Down this way is where you would enter La Galleria. So straight ahead there, that little walkway is the entrance in. And I'm going to turn around so I don't have to back up. And we'll come back to this a little bit later today. But you get the idea. You can walk into pizzarelli and pharmacies, and there's a brewery in there. There's 5, 6, 7 restaurants, and there's the Amazon store pickup, BM Cargo. A lot of stuff in there that you can just be self-contained with. You can walk to, or take a cart to, or drive to, or whatever. But it's all inside of the community. So again, you see these side streets as we roll through that way. These bumps, man, hit hard. They hit hard in a golf cart. I'll show you more. Beautiful house here. This is Almira. Go down that way. Some houses, beautiful houses, and the wall at the end is that center road that I took you down, where there was like the doctor's office, the barber shop, all that stuff is on that road. Keep rolling here. There's always, by the way, workers in here for pools, landscaping. We have a landscaper and a pool guy. It's inexpensive. I think combined together, it might be $100 a month, $150 a month, but that's like 6 days a week full service and like all the landscaping needs you could want. Some houses here. Somebody's putting, I guess this might be like a little park. Sprinklers are on over here as well. So I'm gonna go up back and drop this off at my friend's house, and then we will be ready to go. This person's turning. There we go. It's funny to watch people look at me like, why is he filming? It's because there's thousands of people who want to see this neighborhood, damn it. There's a side road. I know it's kind of hard to get your bearings, but like we're running parallel right now to the Galleria. If you were to look at it like a grid, like here's the park again. The Galleria is over there. It's that way, like this. Now I'm going to turn and go back to my friend's house, which I don't want to show you where that is. So I'll show you a couple houses, and then I'll turn this off to respect their privacy. You can see there's workers out here. There's some houses. On on this side, over to that side. The other thing in here in Punta Cana Village, no bikes, no motoconcho. There's a noise ordinance, I think after like 9 o'clock or something like that, and people respect it. It's very Western, probably the best way to describe it. So the least culture shock that you'll have moving here is going to be in Punta Cana Village. No doubt. It's the least culture shock coming from the States or Canada. It's very, very Western and very walkable. It's honestly the nicest community I've ever lived in. And we've lived in some nice communities. So this is the East Village. I'll see you guys in just a second. Here's a construction property. I'll talk to you guys in a second. Not gonna lie. Whew. Not only the noise, but just being back in air conditioning is nice. 91 degrees, it still says. So looks like the accurate temp. But I'm gonna take you all over to the West Village and we'll get out and walk around a little bit. I'll show you some places over there that are being built, what that neighborhood looks like. And then I'll go to the Galleria tonight so you can get a sense of what that area is and do a little bit of filming for you. My wife, I'm sure, will be thrilled. You're gonna film on date night? Just for a minute, babe. Just for a minute. Nah, she'll be cool with it. She doesn't mind. She doesn't mind. Come on. Turn, open. There we go. I have a badge, this thing, that lets me in and out. But that particular sensor, for whatever reason, doesn't like to work. Let me turn this around for you. All right, so we're going back toward the airport. It's that way. And I'm going to turn into the West Village over on the left here in just a moment. These are just not restaurants, places to work. There's a hilarious name over here for a business. See what you guys all think about this. I should take a picture of it, but it's called right here. Cucine Lube. Lube! I don't know if I want to eat there. Kind of gross. But this is an open lot. Looks like they're doing something on it, so maybe that's going to get constructed. Then we're going to go this way into the West Village to check it out, so you guys can see what that looks like on that side. I'm going to go behind this guy. That's how you do it. You drive underneath as opposed to over. This guy must have been going through the residential part, and he has to go over to the security shack. So he's backing up. And he's still backing up. Maybe he's turning around altogether. Got something in the back there. This guy's beeping at me behind me like he can't see what's happening in front of me. There we go. All right, he's cleared. Get my thing working here. Get this open. Come on. There we go. All right, we're going to take you over to the West Village. So there's condos and apartments over here. So the West Village is developed here, and it's less developed as you go. It still has development to go, I guess. So I'm going to turn down this road, this first real road. So over here is another condo complex. And then I'm going to turn down this road because this is where you're going to see, this house is for sale. I don't know the price, but I'm going to guess it's around $850. Let me zoom out. This house is huge, beautiful home. But you can see all these power poles, right? The lines are buried here. There's a wall on this side, so I'm guessing that's not going to be developed. That must be something. I don't know what's inside of that, but because it's still inside. Maybe there's a condo complex on the other side. I don't know. But these houses on this road are built, people living in them for the most part, and they're beautiful. What's interesting too here is corner lots go for more because I guess people are getting more land with that. But just give you an idea of the housing over here. So this is, your $800,000, $900,000 homes. They're big and beautiful, really, really well done, very modern. And then there's a house being built back there, obviously. So let's go down a block. So all of that still is to be developed here on the West Village. The East Village is fully developed. There's a lot here or there, but it's fully developed. So here's a house on this side. Now we're getting into where you'll see, you can see it. So this is sort of, this is kind of done. So if I go this way, let's go left. Let's go this way. You can see over here, the further you get from the center, the more that there's opportunity to build. So these houses, they're beautiful. These lots, the lots that you could buy to build a house like this go for about $200,000 to $250,000. So this lot right here, about $250,000 to buy. And then if you're going to build, these houses are probably going to run 3 to 350. So it's funny because you would actually be in it less. You can see these guys working over here. You'd actually be in it less than if you bought it, but you got the brain damage of 2 years of getting it built. So it's a question of, is it worth it to you? But you also get to have it built the way you want it to be built. I would say if you're living here and building, way better than if you are thinking that you are going to have it built while living abroad, unless you have somebody that can check in often, because they'll modify. I've learned that from other people. Like, they'll modify if you're not on them. Like, they'll modify where a window goes because it's just easier or whatever. They'll modify this construction happening over here, as you can see. They'll modify my favorite outlet location. I'm big on outlets. Outlets here can be ridiculous. They put one outlet in one corner with a power strip. I've seen that more than I care. But you can see, like, this is less developed. There's more of this land that needs to be cleared. But where it is developed, the houses are big, beautiful, modern. And you can see, like, right here, you get an idea. Like, this is all built. This is all like a community over here. Not this lot on my right, but the rest of it is built. There's cars in the driveway. There's a Range Rover. Yeah, there's Cadillacs. That might be, they have a driving service, it looks like. Golf carts are very common. Make sure I'm not too slow for somebody behind me. So you can get an idea of what they're doing here on the West Village. But again, to buy here, you know, $700, $800, $900 million to buy a house here. And the value of it, the benefit is you have that whole center section of the village that I just described to you, where everything is right there, the Galleria, and then right out the gates this way, you're right at Nacional and the mall. Like, it's and 2 schools, 3 schools are here. Ikigai's over there on the outside. PCIS we went by is on the inside, and then Massimo Potenzial is in La Galleria. Although I've been told that is going to move eventually to the beach at City Place, but right now it's not. And you can see over here they're building out like sidewalks and everything. Like, this is the future, this area. There's playgrounds here somewhere. There's more streets down that way. You can see how much is to be developed. And from what I'm told, somebody can correct me on this, but while this looks like, oh my God, there's so much land to buy, I think it's already bought. So in other words, Gruber Punta Cana owns the land. They sold all the lots to developers or people, and now people are waiting to develop it or they're flipping it. So it's not as if like, oh, there's so much land, you can just buy what you want. Why is it so expensive? It's because the land is purchased and they'll have a for sale sign on the land when it's for sale. I haven't seen any. So to get a piece of land, it can be brokered, from my understanding, by a Grupo Punta Cana realtor, but it's a private sale or a developer sale, not, I'm going to go down this road because this is like at the very end. I'm going to show you like the lack of development all the way in. Like, they're starting from the front and working their way back. However that development is working. I don't quite understand, but you can see back here, there's a road. Road is fully paved. There's lights, light poles are up. The electric is wired. You can see the boxes here. There's one house down here at the end. Here's an intersection. Like, it's all done. The infrastructure is built. All this land, I'm told, is sold. Again, drop it in the comments. I'm willing to be wrong. I don't really care. I'm just telling you what I've heard. So all of what I do on my channel, it's not like I am right, this is the ultimate. It's just like, let me tell you what I've learned or what I've heard, and you verify it or say you agree or don't agree, but all or most of this land is sold. Like, I don't know what's happening there, if they're going to build out further or if they can and just haven't yet, but one house right here on this corner is being built. Nothing else around me. I'm going to go back up and I'll exit and I'll show you. So straight ahead, just so you have your bearings, straight ahead is like right here, going this way is the middle of the Punta Cana Village. So we're in the West Village, East Village on the other side, and that road that runs in between with the pharmacy and the doctor's office, that's all like right here. If you can see those two, let me zoom in. See those 2 buildings right there being built? Like right on the other side of that, or right there is the road, the artery that goes through the middle. And then let me go back about here. And then we are all the way over on the west side of the West Village. So again, this is a road up closer to the middle, but still far away from the entrance. So there's some projects starting. Let's look at this one here. They have a sign up for it. Villa Nisa. See, that's what I mean. Like, they're building this stuff and then selling it versus like selling the land. And you can see if you want it, you can email this guy or gal. I see Manuela, hotmail.es, Torres Nisard Erede. That's what it is. So I always get the RD in my English inclination. But that's what the house will look like. Beautiful. Don't know the price, doesn't say. 5 bedrooms, pool, jacuzzi, and barbecue area. That's what they're featuring on this. So it's beautiful, great spot. And it might be like, oh my God, that place is 700 grand. Are you crazy? If there is an area in this, if you believe in Punta Cana long-term, and I do, let me turn this around. Look, if you believe in Punta Cana long-term, and I do, believe in DR long-term, and I do, until something changes, I have nothing to change that belief. But long-term is the key phrase here. And what long-term means is if you're looking to buy a piece of land and flip it, that'll work for a while until it doesn't. Every market goes through corrections at some point. Every market. So will prices here, if you buy at 700 in a year, might it be only worth 650 or 625? Sure, there will be corrections. But in 10 years, that'll be worth $1 million plus. Because especially it's Grupo Punta Cana and Punta Cana Village. I don't get paid. People, I always say this on every one of them. Like, nobody pays me for this. I just see Grupo Punta Cana, like, they don't need to pay me. They don't want to pay me. They don't actually even want me to do a video like this, I don't believe. Like, they want to keep this somewhat secret. So anybody in Grupo Punta Cana properties right now is like, shut up. Don't tell them about it. We want to keep this, fairly prestigious. And it will be. The prices make it prestigious. But Grupo Punta Cana is a developer that doesn't leave. The guy who founded it, Frank Ranieri, still lives here. And he has kids and grandkids that work in Grupo Punta Cana and live in the village and in the resort, which are all his. So like, this is their community. It's not going anywhere. It is a really good, safe bet to bet on. Like, if the whole country goes down, this is the last spot that will. And if you want proof of value, I've shared this before. If you bought a villa in Cap Cana in 2006 and then saw Cap Cana go bankrupt and be all discombobulated in 2008, and you kept that villa in 06 today, what do you think it's worth? More or less? It's worth more. Long-term. Long-term. If your intention is to come in here, buy an Airbnb or buy a property to Airbnb, and that's how you're going to pay for it, and then sell it in 2 years, maybe it works. But if your intention is I'm going to buy a property here from me, if I can make some Airbnb money to offset it, cool. But it's mine and I can afford to sustain it in 4, 5, 6, 10, 12 years, 20 years, whatever it might be. You give it to your kids, you sell it, you'll do very well. That's my take. Let's continue on. All right, so we're continuing through on this side road in the West Village. This road here is the main artery, and you can see a property going up. Same developer. I'll show you real quick. Same developer. Might be even the same looking house. Who knows? Are coming that way. Oh, wait a second. There they go. And we're going to go this way out the West Village gate. And I'll show you a couple things here before we wrap up. Actually, we're not going to wrap up for a little bit. I want to show you this area over here, and then I might come back and show you like the trip to Cap Cana. So you have a sense of where it is and why it feels like it's off the beaten path. So there we go. So I just went through the gate. That sensor works really well. Straight ahead at that stop, at that road where you see roads to the left, that'll take you to Cap Cana. I'm going to go right here and take you over to Blue Mall and Nacional. So you could do this all on that golf cart. If you had a golf cart, if that's what you want to do, like, wow, we need 2 cars, but 1 car and a golf cart will suffice. Like, honestly, for us, it would. We've talked about we don't want to spend the money on a second car. Again, $4,000 a month. What do we sacrifice? We have a 2012 with a rotting steering wheel car. That's what we sacrificed to live here. We didn't go out and buy a really nice car. We bought an $8,000 car from a neighbor. But over here is Blue Mall. And inside there are great restaurants, tons of stores, Nike store, Dolce & Gabbana, whatever you want, high end, as well as like, Taco Bell, all that crap is in there. And then Manny Cruz, who's become a friend. He is doing a concert over there soon. And then on this side is Nacional. So I'll pull in here quick so you can see it. They're doing some tree removal here. They just cut these all down. That's new. For furniture, if you guys are looking for furniture, higher end, this is like a Pier 1 Imports right here. Get the name Casa something. But that's right here. Next to Nacional, the supermarket. And if you go into Nacional, it is It is Whole Foods like. A little pricier than the other grocery stores locally, but it is super convenient. So like, there's a place called Cash and Carry, and I'll do a video where I'm going to shop at like 5 different spots to give you an idea of like, this is the Dominican driving right here. Like the guy starts backing first before he looks. Like go first, look second. That's Dominican driving. You got to be on offense and defense all at the same time. There's somebody over here that's going to want to back out. Screw them. This guy's taking his freaking sweet time. This is where I should honk, but I'll be nice here. Anyway, I want to do a video where I go to different grocery stores and show you what the cost is to buy like similar items and availability as well for US brands, for not US brands or whatever. Nacional is going to be the highest. I can tell you that already. So this is Nacional right here. It'll be the highest. And so people say like, oh, why don't you just go to Jumbo? Or why don't you just go to Cash and Carry in Beron? And yes, sure. But it's like, I've learned since quitting my job that truly time has value. Like when you have a job and a salary, I made a good living. Right? My total compensation was $400,000 a year, but it didn't mean I couldn't disappear. Like, yeah, why would I spend 30% more when I could just go over to, this other place and it'll be more time, but I'll save 30%. Like day job wise, maybe I could like cut out a little early. No big deal. Or I did my job and after work, I'll go do that. Didn't have anything else to do. But as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, my time becomes way more valuable. So I have the choice of 5 minutes to go buy stuff for, let's say $100, or I could save $30, but it's going to be an hour and a half round trip in and out of Beron. Or I could save $15 and it's a 45-minute round trip. Like I can make more than $15 with time on task. For some, that's not going to make sense. For others of you, you're going to be like, well, duh. It doesn't mean that I make all this money every hour. That's not what I mean. But like the momentum toward the $1,000 hour happens with those that in that 45 minutes. Now, as a content creator, which is what I'm really becoming, and I really enjoy it. I'm learning that about being down here. All of you have given me that gift. You're showing me that, wow, I really enjoy content creation. So like, I don't make any money on this right now. YouTube at some point I'll monetize and, I didn't do monetize. I've got like $200 in monetization from YouTube for like a month. So it's not really doing much, but I enjoy this. And like, if this gets me $5,000, $8,000, $10,000 a month, awesome. And I hope that that's the case. I hope I can just create. That's it. I hope that's all I need to do at some point. But creating takes this time. And like, maybe that is where it's worth my time to go save 30%. Cause like, oh, I'm a creative. I can go create content on the drive to Cash and Carry. So now this road is going to take us to Cap Cana. And I'll show you, there's a cat right there. You can see it on right in the middle of my screen. I'll show you the road to Cap Cana. But anyway, so you can get cheaper outside of this area for sure. But it's like, what's your time worth? What's your time worth? Because to get to Beron, to get in and out of Cash and Carry, like the traffic, the parking, the shopping, the leaving, the traffic out, it is a full-on 1,000% pain in the ass. So that's my take. Now look at these trucks and buses, okay? So these trucks and buses are the most dangerous part about living in the Dominican Republic. Traffic in general, but especially those trucks and buses, because what they'll do is they'll pass like a little Honda Civic would with the same aggression. They'll act like they're these little cars driving on the road. And when they do, man, they kill people. Literally. They are what is responsible for the high traffic mortality rate. Quick story. La Brasa, right there. That's inside of Punta Cana Resort. Great restaurant. Steaks imported from different farms in the U.S., like Idaho and all that stuff. My wife and I went there and we were like on a date. We're not looking at the price tag. We each got a drink. We got an appetizer and each got a meal, like a steak. It was over $300 US. I almost choked when I saw the bill. So glad we didn't order dessert. $300 US. Amazing spot. Great for like an anniversary night out. You spend some money. You're like, yeah, we're going to splurge. Amazing spot. But that's over in the right next to the village in Punta Cana Resort. Where we're headed right now is to Cap Cana. So this is the road to Cap Cana. It's the only road to Cap Cana. So when it gets clogged up, you're stuck. At night, vehicles without lights are passing each other on this road. To me, like this is one of the calculations we made in not living in Cap Cana. We lived there for 2 months when we first moved here, but we had to always come back this way to go to the village for grocery shopping, for shopping at stores, for kids amenities, everything. We had to come to the village. There was nothing there. Now there's a cash and carry inside of Cap Cana now, but that's a small grocery store. There's Las Canas groceries, like it's like a 7-Eleven right outside the gates. We used to go there to get like the 1 loaf of bread they had and the 6 bananas they had. But if you want anything of substance, you've got to leave Cap Cana, get through the gates, come all the way down this road, which is sketchy. Not because of safety, like nobody's going to rob you. It's fine. It's like I'd walk this road and feel perfectly safe. But the cars and the way they act on this road, especially at night, is crazy. I always stay a distance back from cars in front of me, because if a vehicle on the other side is behind another vehicle that they're trying to get past, and they don't see me behind the car in front of me that's going, they just zip right into my lane and there I'll be. So I always stay back so that people can see like, oh, this guy is there. And I can see if they move over into this lane and I can slow down. But it's not far to get to Cap Cana. We're almost there. But this road can be very dangerous. And again, you see construction and stuff over here on the left. There's construction happening. When they close down a lane or whatever, this is your only artery in and out. So it takes a long time to get from Cap Cana, if you're going to live there, to everything. So that is the downside of Cap Cana, in my opinion. It's beautiful. It's on a great plot of land. If you're a couple and you want to get pedidos ya to maybe deliver some of your stuff, go for it. You got kids? I don't think Cap Cana is a good spot. Ciudad Las Canas is probably the only spot. It's just outside the gates that I talked about. See right here, we're slowing down in traffic. But Ciudad Las Canas is the only spot. But beyond that, I don't know. I just don't trust. I don't trust Cap Cana for families. Trust is a strong word. I don't believe in Cap Cana for families. They drop a Nacional in there. Oh my God, game on. Way different. Or a Jumbo or whatever. But I don't know that that'll ever happen, because here's the deal. You want some inside baseball in Punta Cana. The Azori family owns the Cap Cana, all the Cap Cana stuff. That's all Azori family. The Ranieri family is Grupo Punta Cana. They have Punta Cana Resort, which competes with Cap Cana, and Punta Cana Village, which is like the gold standard for Ciudad Las Canas, what they would like to become one day. So Cap Cana getting a Nacional means that Frank Ranieri, who has partnerships with all these different brands. He even owns all of the Wendy's and the Pizza Huts in the country. He has a business that owns all of them in the entire country. Frank Ranieri has to be okay with his rival family, the Azuris, getting a Nacional. That, again, is what I hear. Don't quote me, but I think a lot of people are going to be like, yep, he's spot on. Other people are like, no, that's wrong. I think I'm right on this one. Everything I've learned, I think I'm right. So this Cap Cana, that's the main gate over there. I'm coming over here. I'm just going to turn around. But if you went up over to the left, you would get into some of the other spots. I'm going to get out of this guy's way. Come on, guy. You can see I'm over. That means move. Jesus Christ. Another truck is coming. This is going to be harder than I thought to get around. Let's see. Maybe I can. Back over the speed bump. And back toward the village. But that's essentially it. I'll spare you the drive back because we did that. And when we come back, I'll be showing you the Galleria inside of Punta Cana Village. Like, this is way off the beaten path. We can do Cap Cana another day, but I wanted you to see like the distance from the village and all the amenities and everything that Grupo Punta Cana offers to Cap Cana down here. It's not far. That only took us about 7-8 minutes, but then you got to go through the gates of Cap Cana to your place, another set of gates there. And you got to come all the way out this way with traffic or whatever else might be there. And then, like keen eyes on people coming from the opposite lane, just jumping into your lane, past people. Like, it's just, to me, it's not worth it. All the time, 3 times a week, you got to make this drive just to go get stuff at the grocery store. Unless you're a way better planner than we are. But like, we spilled something. Kids need this for tomorrow, whatever. It's like, it's just too far with family. If you're a couple, I think it's way easier, and it's beautiful to live in Cap Cana. As a family, I don't recommend it. That's what I got. I'll come back later, and we'll look at La Galleria, and so you can see what that looks like, and got to have a sense of the center, like the nerve center of Punta Cana Village. That's walkable or short cart or car ride to. if you're living inside the village, depending on how far back into it you live, if you live on the west versus the east. The Galleria is on the East Village. So another reason why the East Village is mature and has maybe a bit more value right now, in my opinion, depending on the home. But anyway, that's the deal. So I'll show you all of that right after this. All right, I'm going to show you this guy. I don't know if you can see him in my rearview mirror, but this is what I mean on this road. This dude, I'm in the lane. This dude, look at him. He's just looking for a reason to zip by. There's a car on the opposite lane on both sides. This is the road from Cap Cana. This is why it scares the shit out of me on this road. You might be saying, like, how are you recording it? Like, I had this thing on. I don't even know if you saw what I saw, but I'm pointing it in the right direction. So I was going super slow around all of that. But that dude was stalking me on the rear. And then he goes around while somebody else going around in front in my lane, coming into my lane. It's just, at night, no thank you. It's just, again, this road is like taking your life in your hands every time. That's my take. So hope that helps. I'll have the editor cut this right here. All right, so we're coming back up to a turn right here. Coming back on that single road out of Cap Cana. If you've ever been to Cap Cana, you've driven out, you come out, you take a right here. There's another left coming up here, and that'll take us back into Punta Cana Village. So again, like, I don't know, 8-10 minutes between the two, but then into Cap Cana's forever. This is protected land, I think, back here. But this part over here on the left, we're getting into the Grupo Punta Cana owned part. Like, all of this on the left here is their land, their territory. You're getting into like Punta Cana Resort. That's going to be back over there, and then the village is on the left here. We'll turn here in just a second. You can see the signs. Resort straight ahead, village to the left. But that's all part of Grupo Punta Cana. You want it like the resort is where the Westin is. Playa Blanca is inside the resort. If you are in Punta Cana Village, you get access to the resort. You get a key card access into the resort. Actually, you have to show the security guard. It doesn't like scan you in, but you get to go in for free. If you're not in Punta Cana Village or Grupo Punta Cana, then you have to pay at the gate. So you say you want to go to Playa Blanca, you pay $50 for an adult, $20 for a kid. So family of four would be $140. And that money, I'm going to be the guy now. I'm going to pass this guy. That money is credit at Playa Blanca restaurant or wherever you're going. So, you know, there's perks to living in the village because you get exclusive beach access inside of Punta Cana Resort. Like, we go to the Westin. We just roll over, either on the beach we walk over and sit at their pool and order food, or we just drive in there. La Brasa's in there, that restaurant I showed you, for like $300. So now we're coming to the village, but that's all inside. That's in the Westin. La Brasa, there's an Asian place in there as well. It's pretty pricey. But we just go to the Westin because it's inside of Punta Cana Resort. We have access to Punta Cana Resort. So we're coming into the back traffic circle. The airport is all the way that way. This is the Punta Cana Village. This is where we entered before, this gate right here. Then I'll show you the entrance at the other gate so you have a sense of it. The West Village is over there. That's the new gate that they're building. Again, here's this new construction project. There's a school here. There's a school here. And over here again is Lube. Gross. Not Breeze, that's an insurance company. Open lot. And here's the East Village entrance, the first entrance into the East Village, the West Village. We went that way earlier, and this is the East Village. So I'm going to turn in here, and then, now, I promise, after this, you'll see La Galleria. So stay with me.
All right, well, for some reason the audio didn't record when I was walking around, so I'm recording this after, but figured I'd send it to you anyway. So this is La Galleria, the entrance from the Punta Cana Village side. You can see on the left is Pizzarelli. On the right is my beautiful wife. She doesn't want to be seen. Telling me to get the heck out of there. A bunch of kids playing. This is the coolest part. Our kids come down here and play all the time. So Pizzarelli's over here. The green roof is an Italian place. Across the way is La Farmacana, which is a pharmacy. And all the way back there in the corner, I think I zoom in. Yep, I do. Is Canitas. It's a brewery. Really cool little brewery. Locally brewed beer in Beto. A bunch of different flavors of it. So it's my beautiful wife. Isn't she gorgeous? Baskin Robbins is on the left. And as you walk through La Galleria, you'll see more restaurants and shops. So on the right over here is with the slats on the wall and the flowers, the yellow, the multiple colors, the Mexican place. Across the way, I hope I got it. Let me see if I did. Is some shops. I didn't get it. I don't know why I got the bathrooms. Jamie, what are you thinking? That's Brat, which is a coffee shop, bagel place. I go and do some work there sometimes, like grab my laptop and work there. On the right here is a store. There's a few of these. Chinola, I guess like purses and stuff. And there you can see over there, I just pointed at it, is the entrance from the public side. This is Casita de Yaya. It's a Dominican restaurant. They have a few of them in the country. And on the right is Pepe, one of our favorite spots, Taberna de Pepe. There's a couple of those out there as well. These are just the employees hanging out. Over on the right, you can see Vale Valentino. So it's a restaurant and they have Vale cakes in there, but right across the way is Vale. So the bakery exists sort of in two spots where they sell it across the way, and here's the actual bakery, Vale, which is like a dozen of them in Punta Cana and probably more around the country. And then we get deeper in front of me, that gray, well, I guess like circular building with a green roof, that's La Cava. That's a really good restaurant. We enjoy it there at least. My wife likes the squid risotto there. I like the burger because I like burgers. And then around the way, I think I just show you real quick, on the other side, you can see there are more shops. And if you keep going down through a corridor, which you'll see here in just a second, well, not there. I'm showing dog poop for some reason. But if you keep going down through a corridor that's in front right there, you'll get to BM Cargo and Wendy's and some other places. So that's it. And here's a few shots of date night with my beautiful bride as we wrap up this Punta Cana Village tour. Much better to look at her than just at me. So make sure you subscribe, hit that like button. Appreciate you following along, and get ready for the next one.